Welcome back. Well, yes, Pascal Ludigbo is here. He's a financial consultant, and it's a build-up to the topic we're going to focus on later this week. Thank you for coming on today.
My pleasure.
But it's about this concept or question of privatization. We do know that Labour is going to strike based on what they think is not working with respect to particularly the PHC and privatization. And we do know that there's also talk about privatizing some of the airports, I think about 4 of them. So are we missing a point here why some think it's not working?
No, I think it's just a case of people not being able to understand the various levers you need to pull as an economy begins to move to the next level. Privatization is a procurement model for infrastructure in any economy. I've always said it, water does not run uphill in Nigeria. This has worked in other climes, and I don't see why they won't work here. The critical institutions that should drive this kind of thing have been set in place. The ICRC is on, and thank God there's a chap there that I think his head is properly screwed on his trunk, who should be able to champion this kind of infrastructural development as Nigeria, ramps up to the 21st century.
So why is it not working? Why does it look like it's not working?
No. Some of them there are a lot of good cases that has worked. What you are looking for is the procurement of services rather. And that's what Nigerians should concentrate on. All you want is to go to Abuja. You don't want to know who owns the aircraft. All you want is a road to drive on. You don't want to know who built the road. So what you should look at is at the last mile. What is the service this is supposed to be delivering to us? The era where people hold fast to assets that are debilitating by the year is over. It won't work. It just won't work. It's a model that has not worked, and it won't work either in Nigeria.
No, some will say there's a good side and a bad side to privatization. There's that side of the possibility of selling of these assets to government cronies or friends to those in power and all of that. And maybe is that not the fear that some people are having?
Let me tell you this. Let's be upfront about this. Yeah. Privatization and concession, it is not for the lily-livered, neither is it for the little. You have to have a deep pocket. It has always been the case because you're buying off assets. What the people should insist on, and I said this to Labour, what they should insist on is be part of the process. If you are part of the process, you will determine the services, the cost, as it were. But to sit here and say that on the other end and tell government that you cannot privatize or you cannot do concessions, it's rather biting too much. Let me tell you something. These things are political tools. When a government, it's just that we're not taking it pretty well. When people come to government, they come with the intention the essence of government is to make the people happy. So the politicians pull back and say, how are we going to give roads, airports, and do all they want to do on rail? And they check the votes. And that was what we had challenges with government when they came into power. They were complaining too much. If they worked, they would have brought you into power. So what they normally do is to pull back and then go and get tomorrow, today. And that's what they do. They go get the money they will have earned in 20, 30 years and get people to, as it were, discount it with them. And that's what the principle is all about.
All right, it's a build-up, and we'll get to see you later this week to shed more light on this matter.
Yeah.
Will it work? Is it working? Can it get us where we want? Well, Pascal, thank you for all that. At least just a little build-up. We'll see you later this week. And that's the show today. We thank you all for watching. We'll be back tomorrow. I'm Chamberlain Oso.
I'm Nell Taigbe.
Well, Tees, and were you? Thank you so much for watching. I'm Maukbe Ogun. See you tomorrow.